class tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to be doing a 30-minute mixed level mat class. So there's going to be a mixture of beginner level moves as well as some intermediate moves. So let's get ready to burn. All right, so we are going to start on all fours with a little bit of some plank rocking. So we're going to start with a straight arm plank on our knees. I want you to think about pushing your chest away from the mat, nice and strong in the upper body, and dropping the hips just enough to where you're taking the angle out of your hip flexor. So we're trying to keep one nice long line between our shoulders and our knees as much as possible. Really contract that core, and we're just going to do some plank rocks here. So I want you to send your hips back as you stretch your shoulders out and then come right back into that starting plank position. Keeping a neutral spine in the upper body, so we're not looking ahead and we're not looking all the way down and dipping our hips down. Everything is staying strong. Everything is on as we just warm up our body. Gaze is down toward the mat. Use the strength of your abs to push your hips back and to lower yourself back to that plank position. If this is a bit too much for your wrists right off the bat, you can always come onto your fists to take the pressure off of your wrists. Whatever feels good for you. We're just warming up. You can also have your feet off the mat with your toes touching if that feels good to you. Or you can have your shins down on the mat as well. We'll just do one more of these. Planks are a great way to warm up the entire body. All right, so we're going to stay in this position and we're going to be doing some Pilates push-ups. So what we're going to do is just do 3 of them at first. So I want you to have your elbows tucked to your side. So we don't want to do a wide push-up. We're going to do a narrow tricep push-up here. So we're going to send our elbows straight back into space as we slowly lower just as far as you're able to, and then push yourself back up. Like I said, we're just doing 3. So we got 2 more. And then just sit back in a little bit of a child's pose here, an active stretch for just a second. And then we're going to come back into that push-up position and do 3 more Pilates push-ups. Really focusing on your triceps. There's 3 for me. Go at your own pace. Nice deep breath in this child's pose. Stretch out those triceps and then come right back to it. And we're just going to continue this little pattern. Push-ups are very hard for me. Again, if this is too much on your wrists, you can always come up onto your fists. That will make the push-up a little bit harder. But it will be easier on your wrists. So just going at your own pace, alternating between those 3 push-ups and your child's pose. Push the mat away from you and stretch back. Keep your abs engaged this entire time. This is our last set of 3. 1, ooh, these are getting hard for me. 2, 3, and then we'll lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. And we're going to do those scapular isolations in this position. So pubic bone down heavy into the mat. And you're going to retract your shoulder blades, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your palms up off the ground for just a second. Place your palms down and push yourself back up into a push-up. Then back down, moving slowly. Lift the palms, retract the shoulder blades, set them back down, push into a push-up. These are hard for me. Going at your own pace. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. This is super challenging, but don't hold your breath. If the push-up is too much, you can just stay here and just do these scapular isolations and just take the push-up of it all out of it. Whew. These are very challenging for me. Let's just do 1 more. Great job. Push yourself back up. Nice. And then lower yourself back down. Whew, let's just stretch out the back a little bit. So bring your arms to parallel in front of you, palms down on the mat. Release your glutes, release your low back, and just press your chest away from the ground. Just give a little bit of a back extension here. Great job. All right, we're going to come into a side lying series here. So come on to, I'm on my right side. So we're going to be staying on our forearm. I want you to think about your forearm being directly under your shoulder, and we're not collapsing down into the shoulder. We're nice and strong and have structure in our upper body. We're just going to do some side plank lift and lowers. So I'm going to be on my knees. If you really want to challenge, you certainly can keep your legs straight and your feet stacked or staggered. I'm going to have mine bent. So knees are stacked, strong upper body. We're just going to lift and lower all the way down. Lift and lower all the way down. Just a few of these. Great job. Get out of that shoulder. We don't want to be collapsing into that shoulder joint. Working the obliques here. Definitely feeling my shoulders burn after all those push-ups we just did. Great job. All right, let's hold it up here at the top. We're going to glue our toes together and our heels together and open up into clamshell as we hold this side plank. Make sure your neck's not just falling down to the ground. We want to keep everything nice and strong and intentional. Actually, you don't have to have your heels glued together in this position. That's a little bit awkward, but your toes should be glued together. Just doing a little bit of clamshell action in this isometric side plank. Booty, abs, shoulder, everything is on. You're breathing. You're strong. Beautiful. Let's come down for just a second, and we'll come up and stretch out that side body as well as that shoulder that's working. And stretch that arm across your chest. Let's come back down into that side plank, and we're just going to do one more shape in the side plank. If it's a little bit too much for you to hold the plank up there, you can just rest down on your side like I'm doing now. Let me show you what we're going to do. We come up into side plank. We extend our one leg, extend our same side arm overhead, and we're just going to crunch elbow to knee. Elbow to knee as we hold this side plank. If you're coming down, it would look like this, which is also great. Whatever you need to do today to feel good in your body, listen to that. This is super challenging. Honestly, the hardest part isn't even my abs. It's my shoulder that's holding up this side plank from all those push-ups we did. Let's do 3 more. We have 3, 2, moving with control, breathing, 1, and we bring it down. Whew, now you can collapse into that shoulder. Holy smokes. We'll do that same stretch that we just did a second ago. So just leaning away from the side that we're working, stretch out that right side oblique. Deep breaths for me. You can go ahead and bring that arm across your body. Stretch out that shoulder. Lucky you, we have another side. So let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going to start with those side planks. So I'm down on my left side now. My knees are bent and stacked. My elbow is directly under my shoulder. I am breathing as we lift ourselves up and lower down. Up and lower down. Moving with control, not moving from momentum or compromising good, healthy, safe form as we do this. Get out of your shoulders. Neutral cervical spine, your upper spine, so your head's not falling down to the ground. It's not at an awkward angle, just keeping it nice and neutral. This last one, let's hold it up. Glue your toes together and just open into clamshell. You can also you don't have to do this in the side plank if this is too much for you. Today, if this intensity level is not what feels good for you today, you can come down onto your side and do these clamshells from a side lying position. Listen to your body. If it's up for a challenge, awesome. If it's saying, maybe tomorrow, not today, that's okay too. Awesome job. Do 2 more. Pushing hips away from the ground. Nice. Push yourself up and we'll stretch out that side body a little bit. We are a third of the way through class. 10 minutes down, 20 to go. Bring that arm across the chest. Stretch out that tricep and shoulder. I'm sweating already. All right, and then we come back down for that ab crunch, either in the side lying position or up in side plank. So we extend the top leg, extend the arm overhead, and crunch knee to elbow. Trying not to dip, if you're in the side plank, try not to dip your waist down as you bring your limbs together. Try to stay super steady in this side plank position as you crunch to the side. So good. Let's do 3 more. So we go 3. Get out of your shoulders. 2. We're still breathing. So strong. 1. Amazing. Whew, oh my goodness. And we stretch away from that side that we were just working. You are strong. There's nothing easy about anything that we have done so far. It's all low impact. But man, really packs a punch. Stretching that arm across your chest. Really nice. All right, we are going to go into our bridge series now. So let's come on to our backs with our knees bent, hip width apart, feet flat on the ground. I want you to imagine that you have a little orange tucked between your chin and your chest. That's the proper width, or you could also just check and see if your fist fits perfectly between your chin and your chest to keep your cervical spine safe in this position. So we're going to ground down our feet, press our palms down into the mat as we lift up into a bridge, only coming as far as about our shoulder blades. We don't want to be all the way up on our shoulders, arching our back. We want to protect our spine and our joints, and then slowly lower back down. Great job. We're just going to continue really moving with slow intention, especially on the way down, lowering yourself slowly, really channeling into all the power of your glutes and your hamstrings. Press into your palms a little bit more. Make sure there's equal weight on all sides of your feet. Make sure you're breathing. Your core is engaged. Great job. Just moving up and down. Great job. Do a couple more. Go 3, 2. Last one. Let's hold it up here. I want you to scoot your feet just a little bit closer to your butt, and then we're going to come up onto our tiptoes. And staying in this isometric bridge hold, we're just going to lower our heels and then lift them. So we lower the heels, lift them so you're up on your tiptoes, lower and lift. And you'll notice that I'm trying to keep my hips very still as I'm doing this. So I'm not throwing my hips up and then lowering them. I'm trying to keep my hips completely level as I move my heels up and down. Really, really squeeze through your glutes. This is going to keep the work from going into your lower back where it shouldn't be. This is not a lower back exercise. This is a glute and hamstring exercise. Sometimes when our body is fatiguing, other bigger muscles like our back muscles try to take over to make the move feel easier. But we don't want to let those muscles do that, because that's not actually what we're trying to work. We're not working the lower back right now. Working the glutes and the hammies as we do these heel lifts and lowers. Lift and lower with control. Can we just do one at a time? Right and down, left and down, right and down, left, down. Moving at your own pace. We're still breathing. Check in. Is there still a little orange tucked between your chin and your chest? Keeping all areas of your spine, all areas of your beautiful body protected and safe. All right, let's just end on whatever side, there we go, that you need to, and then lower back down with control. Bring your knees into your chest and just sway side to side, releasing any tension that was in your lower back and releasing all of that work in your glutes. Great job. All right, so we're gonna come back up into bridge with our feet flat on the ground this time, not with our heels lifted. So make sure that your knees are hip width apart. We are pressing our palms down into the mat. We're gonna come up into our bridge. I really want you to fire through your glutes because we're gonna do some single leg work now. So we're gonna lift up the right leg in just a second. So get ready for that. I want you to place your palms on your hips. And I don't want your hip bones to move at all as we lift one of our legs. So it'll be easy for one side to try and compensate as we're doing single leg work, but don't let them do that. All this pressure is coming from the booty, and we're gonna lift that right leg up either long with a straight leg or with a 90-degree angle. Oh my God, this is so hard already. Go ahead and lower it down just to about your other thigh, and then back up, lower, and back up. Make sure your hip bones are not shifting from side to side. Fire like crazy through your left glutes and your left hamstrings. Try to keep yourself up at the same height as when you were using both feet. Great job. This is what it looks like if you're just doing some toe taps. A great modification. These are so hard for me. Oh my goodness. Doing so good. Last one. Lower back down and lower. Let's bring our knees to our chest just for a second. Holy smokes. My booty is having a hard time with that one. Okay, we're gonna go back to the same side, and we're just gonna do some bridges all the way up and all the way down, just single leg again. So we're gonna come up into bridge, really get your form right, and make sure your hips aren't moving as we lift that right leg up. And we're just gonna lower all the way down and up, down and up. Move slowly so we're not using momentum and we're not recruiting muscles that we shouldn't be, like the lower back. Push through the heel of your left leg. Make sure your hips are not moving to compensate for how difficult this work is. Abs are on. You're breathing, not holding your breath. We don't want to put unnecessary pressure on our pelvic floor. Do one more. Great job. Can we pulse it a little bit? Can we pulse it? Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh. Okay, and we bring it down. Oh my goodness. Whew, that pulse is extremely challenging at the end of all of that. Oh my goodness. All right, class, we have 20 minutes down in this class, just 10 more minutes. We have to do the other side of that bridge series. So let's just do 5 regular bridges and then we'll go into the single leg work, just to kind of get back into our proper form. This is definitely going to make me sore in the morning. One more. Let's hold it up. Really recruit the glutes. Make sure your form is right. Your hips are staying steady as we lift the left leg up straight or in your 90-degree angle, and we lower it down to thigh height and back up. I'm having to remind myself to fire through my glutes because I feel this work trying to go into my lower back. I want to protect my lumbar spine, and I'm firing through my glutes and my hammies. I'm thinking about firing through my abs. I'm breathing. I'm focusing on all these things, so I'm not focusing on how hard this is on my body. You're so freaking strong, doing amazing. The human body is incredible. Can we do 3 more? 3 and 2. Not using momentum, all the strength. Last one. Bring it down, knees to chest. Whew, who says you need cardio to start sweating and get out of breath? Oh my goodness. Great job. All right, last little push here for our bridge series. We're gonna go with the single leg just up and down and then pulse it at the end, okay? So we're in proper form. We come up into our bridge, lift up that left leg. We come all the way down and up, all the way down and up. Fire like mad through that right glute and hamstring. You can bend the leg if you need to. You can cross the leg, cross the ankle over your other foot if you need to. Most important thing, make sure that your hips are on a level plane. One of them isn't dipping to compensate for the work. Great job. 2 more. Last one, we hold it up and we pulse it. We got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Bring those knees in. Let's go ahead and press our thighs to our chest. Flex your feet and grab the outer edge of your foot with your hands, your fingertips, and just pull your knees back toward your armpits. Breathing deep. Let your lower back sink into the mat. A little bit of a happy baby pose here. Deeper stretch into your thighs. You can bring your feet, if you're not able to keep them at a 90-degree angle, you can bring your bottoms of your feet together. Great job. Okay, we're going to end class with a roll-up series. So let's scoot up a little bit. We're going to lay completely flat on the mat, legs extended. I want you to squeeze your thighs and your knees together, pressing your feet together. Arms are going to go overhead. So what we're going to do first, we're going to sweep our arms overhead and allow our head and the shoulder blades to come with us. Let's come back down and we're going to practice this in sections. So do a little bit of a straight leg ab prep here. So there's a little bit of a gap between your mat and the back. We lift our head and shoulders off the ground and slowly let our abs lower us back down to the ground, keeping that fist width between your chest and your chin. Hold it up in ab prep here. I want you to tuck your tailbone now. So we're doing some pelvic tilts in this position, which is going to cause your legs to move a little bit, and that's totally fine. Practice squeezing your legs together as we do this pelvic tilt. So I'm going to place my hands here so you can see how my pelvis is tilting back and forward. So we have a posterior pelvic tilt, anterior pelvic tilt. Really recruiting your abs to tilt your pelvis back, release back down, arms overhead. A couple more breaths. Kind of roll your head side to side, right to left to release the tension in your neck. We're going to go into the full roll up now. So we bring our arms overhead. We allow our head and our shoulders to come with us right here. Take a breath. Tuck your tailbone under for pelvic tilt and continue up, up, up using your abs until your spine is stacked nice and tall. Great roll up, my friend. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your legs together as we tuck our tailbone and we reverse the motion. We do a pelvic tilt down, one vertebra at a time, and hands back overhead. Inhale. And sweep the arms over. Bring your head and your shoulders with you. Deep breath. Exhale, pelvic tilt, and bring yourself all the way up. Squeeze your legs together into roll up. Deep breath. Pelvic tilt. And we lay ourselves down slowly with control, not just falling back down to the mat. Let's do a couple more, and we'll kind of add a little bit of spice to this one, okay? Inhale, we come up, pelvic tilt, all the way up, and we bring our knee to 90 degree and we kind of twist to the side. So our forearm is touching this knee, and then we come all the way back down. If that's too much, continue with the roll up as it was. Deep breath. And we come up. Pelvic tilt here. Twist to the other side as you bring the knee up. So we're not completely stacking our spine. We're kind of stopping at a half roll up position, and we slowly roll back down. Almost finished with class here. Pelvic tilt. Twist. Lower yourself back down as you squeeze your legs together. Continue at your own pace. Amazing. Next time we get up, we're going to hold it right here, and we just twist and we pulse in this little rotation, okay? Trying to keep your knee in the same spot. It'll move a little bit. So most of this motion is coming from our upper body, our chest coming up to meet our knee. We pulse, pulse, fire through your abs. You're so strong. Your core is working so hard right now. All right, and we lower back down with control. Let's do the other side. Deep breath. And we tilt the pelvis, come up to that knee, and we pulse to the other side. Reminding myself to keep my knee where it is so I can bring my chest up to my knee. Great job. Amazing. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll yourself back down. Holy moly. That was amazing. Great job. Oh my goodness. All right. Just stretch yourself out. Arms overhead, legs stretching in the opposite direction, and stretch in opposite directions here, and let yourself relax. Let's do a little bit of a supine twist in this position. So first we'll grab that left knee and bring it toward our chest as we keep this right leg nice and long. And then we bring the left leg across the body as we keep our left shoulder blade as close to the ground as possible. Gazing to the left of us. Deep breaths into that side body. You did good work for your body today. Good work for your mind. Good work for your heart. And we slowly bring that knee back to the beginning and extend it long. Other leg. Right knee comes to chest. And we bring it across the body. Keeping that right shoulder blade on the ground. Thankful to be moving my body with you. Thankful to be here in this moment. Thankful for the ups and downs of this day. Great job. Go ahead and grab behind your thighs, and we're just going to rock and roll ourselves up a couple times. Whew. Let's stretch out our neck because we were pretty tough on the neck today. So we're going to let our neck, our head fall to one side. Deep breaths. Shift the gaze toward your armpit. And switch sides. Great job. Shift the gaze. Amazing job. All right. As always, thank you so much for joining me for class today. Let me know what you thought of today's class, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next class.